Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And for today's video I'm here with a JB Hi-Fi movie haul. Recently JB Hi-Fi had a buy one get one free sale on their movies and there were quite a few titles that I wanted to pick up, so I took advantage of this deal. It is, in my opinion, probably the best deal yearly within Australia. JB Hi-Fi around this time of year, around May, they normally have their buy one get one free on all movies, and yeah, obviously it is a fantastic deal. So I picked up quite a few titles, so I'm just going to get straight into it here. So the first one I picked up is the imprint release of Bad News Bears in Breaking Training. This is a sequel to the 70s movie, The Bad News Bears, and I think this is a really good follow-up. It's a solid sequel, so happy to pick this one up on Blu-ray. Imprint have also released the first movie on Blu-ray. There's a third movie, which I will pick up if ever down the line they release it, but yeah, nice little release. Love the artwork there on the slipcover, and there's some great artwork on the case there as well, so yeah, that looks really good, the cover art on the actual Blu-ray. So that is The Bad News Bears and Breaking Training. Next up I picked up The Boy Behind the Door. I'd been pretty hyped to see this movie, and I've got to say, this one was just okay for me. I was definitely expecting a little bit more. There were some really good moments throughout, but there were a lot of moments that really took me out of the movie as well, and pretty early on. So whatever happened for the remaining parts of the movie, it was really kind of hard to get me back into the film. Just some of the decisions that the kid made while he was trying to rescue his friend. I know he was a child, I know he would have been shit scared in the situation, but he just made some kind of silly choices, and there were some like moments throughout that didn't really quite make sense. There is an incident with one of the kidnappers at the beginning of the film, and when another person returns, they don't even bother checking on this other person, which I thought was a little strange. And yeah, there were just a few little things at the beginning of the film that kind of took me out of the film. I will say though, the other kid who was kidnapped, he was fantastic. I thought he was definitely kind of the better of the two boys in this one for sure. But yeah, this isn't too bad. I would say check it out, but yeah, I didn't quite get into this one as much as I was expecting. Next up we have the long-awaited sequel to Wormwood, and that is Wormwood Apocalypse. This movie has been in production for years. They were also in talks of doing a Wormwood TV series, and nothing ever came of that. So I'm glad they finally released a follow-up to Wormwood, because Wormwood Road of the Dead is a fantastic zombie Australian horror film, and I thought this was a solid follow-up, not quite as good as the original. This is more action orientated than it is a zombie horror film. Nothing wrong with that. It was something slightly different over the original, and I still thought this was really good. It's basically non-stop action from start to finish. There's some fantastic special effects and gore effects within this movie too, but yeah, not quite as good as the first film. But if you're a fan of the first movie, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Next up is Chucky Season 1. Now this got streamed over here in Australia on Channel 9, And I started watching the series, but there were like 3 or 4 ads per episode, and it really took me out of it. So I basically stopped watching the show halfway through, and thought, I'm just going to wait for this to get a physical release, which it has. I have watched the entire show. I rewatched the first half of the series, and then obviously finished it up. What a fantastic series. If you are a fan of Chucky or the Child's Play franchise, I highly, highly recommend this one. This was absolutely fantastic. I thought they basically blended every aspect of this franchise into this one series, and it works really, really well. So if you're a fan of the more original style Chucky from the first 3 Chucky films, there's something in here for you. Although if you're more of a fan of the comedic side of Chucky from Bride and Seed, there's also a lot of content in this series for you as well. So yeah, I thought they blended pretty much the entire franchise very, very well into the series, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. I've really got to mention the puppetry effects within the series. Phenomenal. Chucky looked absolutely amazing, and yeah, the teenage cast was really, really good too, and I loved the backstory on Charles Lee Ray. So yeah, this series comes highly recommended. I picked up a couple of 4K releases. So I picked up The Howling. I haven't seen this movie in years, so I'm definitely looking forward to revisiting this one. And I still haven't got around to watching this yet. I'm not really in a big hurry, but I will definitely check this one out. I might actually save this one for October, to be completely honest, but that is the new Scream movie. I'm sure you guys know my opinions on this franchise. I'm not the biggest fan of the Scream franchise, but since I am a massive slasher fan, I definitely wanted to add this one to the collection and check it out, obviously. So I've heard a lot of mixed things on this one, so I'm going to go into this one with moderate expectations, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that is Scream. And to round off the update, I picked up some Umbrella releases. These are the Beyond Genre releases, and these are really, really nice additions. So I picked up Slither with really, really nice artwork. And the cool thing about these releases, slipcover, and they have like alternate artwork on the Blu-ray case, which is really, really cool. So that's Slither. This is a fairly recent release, and this is actually an upgrade for me because I only own this movie on DVD, and that is The Devil's Candy. Really, really underrated horror film. If you're a fan of heavy metal and sort of an art-themed horror film, I highly, highly recommend this one. This is fantastic. So yeah, that's the Devil's Candy. And I might as well show you all the artworks for these, because they are pretty cool. So that's that one, and that one. So yeah, Devil's Candy. The next one, I own this movie several times, but I wanted to add Child's Play into my collection, and I absolutely love the artwork there on the slipcover. Really, really cool. I don't believe there's anything different in terms of the special features to any of the other releases that I own, but I'm a massive fan of this film, so I definitely wanted to pick up this edition. I really want the Child's Play movies to come out on 4K. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, And there's the classic original artwork, and this artwork's pretty cool too. So that is Child's Play. And last but certainly not least is Pan's Labyrinth. Absolutely phenomenal film. If you have not seen this one, I highly recommend it. I'm sure most of you have, but if not, definitely check it out. It's my favourite Del Toro movie for sure, and it's really, really awesome artwork there of the Pale Man. And there's that artwork, same as the slipcover and the back. So great edition, Pan's Labyrinth. Okay, so that does it. That's my movie update, my JB Hi-Fi haul. Let me know what you think of these titles in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.